I mentioned the Nintendo NX, but Nintendo didn't really show off anything with an NX at E3, so there's nothing we can really bring up and talk about. So that's that.
Other than the fact it's probably going to flop like the Wii U did.
What? Wii U is the best console. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, yeah, the Wii U flopped.
The Wii U flopped, yeah.
Is the one that owned that generation.
It was 100 something million, 130
I have
million?
a Wii downstairs, but I am not, for the life of me, ever going to buy a Wii U.
I like the Wii U.
Wii U is the best console ever, in my opinion.
Because of what?
I don't know.
Like,
trying to be
back up
funny.
that statement with something of substance. Come on, please.
Because they have the live controller with the screen on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. So what he's talking about is the Wii U has basically a large controller which has a tablet in it, touch screen, controls on the side, has a stylus. So different games utilize that whole thing differently. There's like party games that people can control a character on screen and do stuff. It's kind of cool. You can draw on screen and stuff. Anyways, yeah, so that's the Wii U, kind of crappy in terms of graphics, but fun in terms of Nintendo, right?
There's actually some cool things you can do with it, but I'm not saying it's like the best thing.
To me, it's just more accessories that my kids are gonna break or throw at stuff and break stuff with. So
why not buff?
It's true. It's totally true right there. But then again, there's always going to be stuff your kids are going to be able to throw, even if it's an Xbox controller. But,
God, tell me about it.
Yeah. Kids are expensive.
Hear an Xbox controller thrown across the room in the background.
Well, it's not just that. It's all of the accessories that come with it. Like, I have 5 Wii remotes. Like, I have one as a spare, don't ask. I have the nunchucks, and I have the steering wheels for the Mario Kart, and I have Jesus Christ, I have accessories coming out of my ears that my Wii is contained in a freaking hollow seating stool and all of its accessories. But it's just crazy how much, like, you sit there and you go, well, this game isn't that expensive.
You don't need most of those accessories. Like, the steering wheel doesn't do jack shit for you. It
makes you look cool.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, I have the golf club for the golf tournament stuff.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's dedication.
Do you remember for the original Wii where so you mentioned like they had you said the golf club and they had like the tennis racket?
Yeah.
That stuff was always so funny to me.
The baseball bat.
Why are people attaching plastic pieces that do nothing to their Wiimotes? It's so funny.
Because it's like, what's it? You know when you change the batteries in something and it feels like you're loading a shotgun? I mean, it's that kind of empowerment. It's like, yeah, watch me go.
Watch me.
You never did that as a kid? You never changed the remote control batteries and felt like you were loading a shotgun?
What do you mean when you're a kid?
No.
I still do that shit.
Yes.
What? I never associated with a shotgun. It was always like, oh, the remote's battery's out. I just change them. I didn't feel empowered by it.
That's so boring. You poor thing.
What? You're changing batteries in a remote. How is that supposed to be exciting?
Nick feels me. High five, Nick.
All right.
Yep.
You guys have vivid
imagination, man.
Which one of you just whacked something so there was a clapping sound?
Oh, that was me. I was clicking my tongue in my mouth.
Oh.
So let's move on to a related topic to E3. Battlefield 1. Let's see. So Battlefield 1 showed off some new gameplay video footage at E3 this year. Kind of interesting. Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter set in World War I. What is it? What else is there to say? It's it's their 5th game or 6th game in the series. I can't remember what the number is.
I lost count, and the fact that they called it Battlefield 1 is just freaking confusing.
Actually,
what do you mean Battlefield 1?
But I think they did that because it's World War I. And they wanted to sort of reboot the whole franchise, kind of.
I played Battlefield when it was 2142. I mean, that's I played BF 2142. It was great.
That was so long. How old was that? 8 years ago or something?
I don't know.
Did you hear that Battlefield 1's not going to have any female soldiers? I read that somewhere.
Like, really?
Yeah,
they want to keep it historically accurate.
But the funny thing So that was their reasoning. They were like, it's ruins the immersion or the whatever, right? But they blatantly came out and said that they're not doing a realistic portrayal of World War One. They're stylizing it heavily to make it a better game. So
yeah, of course. When you listen to the interviews and watch the gameplay, you see giant blimps with turrets on them firing down in the ground. Like when did that happen?
But yeah, so it's like it's not the fact that they. Well, it is the fact.
Somebody hacked your AMS.
What?
Whoa.
Was that even my AMS? I thought my AMS got blown up. Oh.
All right.
What was I saying?
Oh, AMS.
So,
I thought you said anus. Oh.
What
I was like, someone hacked your anus? What? I'm so confused.
I get back. So we were talking about females in in Battlefield 1. Sorry, what?
Never mind. So what was I saying?
Females.
Oh yeah, so
blimps.
It's not the fact that they're like, hey, you can't play as a female character. It's more of like kind of their excuse that is kind of like it does not compute.
It's
for who?
Yeah, okay. Like, I think companies use excuses like that in an attempt to placate the masses, rather than coming under the realization that you cannot please everybody, you will not please everybody. So make the game as you want to make it, and tell everybody to suck it the fuck up. It's like, there's no chicks in this. There's no chicks in TF2. There's no chicks in Modern Warfare. There's no chicks in a lot of games. The whole idea of social justice warriors and feminism being behind the outrage is just a load of bull hockey. It's people finding an issue and making a problem out of nothing.
Mm-hmm. And Thomas, you brought up historical accuracy. In World War One, in general, I'm sure there might have been like a few females like fighting in their respective countries to defend their own countries. But in general, it was men who were fighting in World War One. It was just that mentality back then was different.
Yeah.
You didn't send females out to war. They would be working behind the lines.
Historically speaking, really the only sort of women that were on the front lines, so to speak, in World War One were nurses, medical personnel. Utility staff was normally stationed behind the FOB, and that would have been where a lot of females were present. Spies weren't really on the front line, although we did employ female spies heavily, kind of like femme fatale and that kind of thing, but most of them died. Russians were really the only people who, during the World War One conflict, used women actively on the front line. I mean, even conscription was restricted to just men. So, you know, you could get away with saying that it was accurate, but to then sit there and say, hey, we're making this game that's based on World War One, but you're going to have flying blimps of death, which didn't exist in World War One, so it's not really realistic, but there will be no ovaries on the battlefield because we want to keep the realism in there. Yeah, you are kind of shooting yourself in the foot just a tiny bit there. And, you know, just go with it and say, we're not making it really realistic, but there will be no female avatars because, suck it up, we can't be arsed dealing with the bullshit that will come with, she's wearing too much clothing, she's not wearing enough, so fuck you.
I do understand from their perspective, if it's not just about creating the model and the textures, it's you have to do a whole voice recording, you have to do everything for that character for almost every single country, because in Battlefield 1 you're able to play as every single country that took place, well, almost every single country that took place in World War 1, and those characters will have those accents when they're saying stuff. When they're saying like,
I think Kytten's just mad that she wasn't able to do voice acting for the Battlefield 1 females.
I'm not mad about the fact that there's no women in a game. You know, do I like playing female avatars as a chick? Yes, because I do like to lose myself in the story behind quite a few games, and I like to sort of like use it as a form of escapism, and be like, oh yeah, this is me, honest. But in all honesty, it doesn't faze me. You know, I'll play male characters quite happily. I mean, I play League of Legends and I play male characters. I play Overwatch and I play male characters, although I don't play Hanzo because screw you. But, you know, it doesn't bother me whether my avatar is male or female. I mean, look at God of War. Look at The Witcher, you know. Look at all of the games that are trying to please the feminism. side of gaming, which is just becoming really ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to Grand Theft Auto, where you can run over prostitutes.
That's a very strange place to go, but I like it. You know what? I think there's something wrong with me when I play Grand Theft Auto. It's like I'm driving a car. I will purposely drive onto the sidewalk and run over women and avoid men. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. I think maybe you're bitter.
Bitter.
I want to be a woman deep down inside.
I can give you a diagram, and you can use it to show me exactly where the butt hurt is on your body.
No, I think subconsciously I just want to be a girl.
Like, subconsciously I want to be a girl, but it can't be,
That's
so
why
I'm going to
you kill
murder them all.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. I'm jealous. I don't have tits to play with. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's. I think this is it's a really controversial topic. A lot of developers these days, a lot of studios have just folded and succumbed to the pressure from these feminists or whatever you want to call them, and created female characters in their games just because of that. It's just the world we live in. If this was maybe 5 or 5 years ago, wouldn't have been such a big issue.
Mm-mm. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like it. I absolutely loved playing the Mass Effect trilogy, and I loved being able to play as a female protagonist, and I loved being able to listen to Jennifer Hale, because I fucking adore that woman. She is one of my favorite voice actresses for video games, so it was fantastic. And then when I got to play Fallout 4, there was a female protagonist in that as well, and it was voiced by the chick who did Jack's voice from Mass Effect 2 and 3. Her name escapes me for a second, but she is also another fantastic voice actress who I love listening to, and so yeah, I do enjoy it. I have modded my Fallout 4 so that my Wasteland Wanderer has bigger tits and a bigger ass. I've done stuff that is supremely unfeminine, and a little sexist just for my own gratification, but at the same time, I would have played Mass Effect and I would have played Fallout 4 if I was only allowed to play male avatars as well. Because for me, it's not the shape or sex of the body that I'm playing the game in. It's the enjoyment and the immersivity that the game brings to me, and how much I can dive into that universe, disappear into that story, and just have a lot of fun.
I feel like I should clap.
Yeah, I think you have a unique perspective on this, because we're all guys, and I don't think that we can honestly give a unbiased opinion on that, because like I have no problems with playing a guy character or male character. being a guy, I mean. So, and you know what? For most games, I play girl characters. If there's an option whether I choose male or female, I'll choose female most of the time.
Because it's the male adage, if I'm going to stare at an ass, I'd rather stare at a chicks.
That is exactly it. If I'm gonna upskirt someone, it's gonna be a chick and not a guy.
You know they have Rule 34 for that, right? I'm just saying. Oh god, earmuffs, Thomas!
Oh, right. Forgot. La 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 la.
You guys are crazy.
La 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 la.
So, Kytten, I think you had a topic you wanted to bring up.
With regards to Fallout?
E3. Sure, Fallout. But
Well,
with regards to E3,
it was a
basically.
lot of Bethesda's announcements from E3, which kind of ties into
Right.
it. They did the announcement of what is up and coming in Bethesda's calendar, and that was primarily the next 3 DLCs for Fallout 4, the upgrade and update to Fallout Shelter, and the fact Fallout Shelter will be coming to a PC near you soon, TM, and the remastering of Skyrim.
Oh, so the mobile game is coming to PC?
Yes, the mobile game is coming to PC. The mobile game is getting a huge update. You are not going to be bound to just staring at your vault all the livelong day. It will give you a quest system that will allow you to travel with your wanderers out into the wasteland and go into new buildings. So you're not just stuck staring at the 5 floors of your vault or however many you have. which is good. The combat system is going to be changed as well, so you will be able to tell your vault dwellers and your survivors who to shoot at. They're going to be bringing new enemies into it, which is going to look good. Rad scorpions, feral ghouls, because raiders and deathclaws are kind of boring.
We have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, play Fallout Shelter. You really need to play Fallout Shelter. And
I feel like
yeah,
like
this
a
huge
really
upgrade
amazing
is
base.
coming. Yes,
I
I
like
do have an amazing base. I will screenshot it and show it you later. It's really, really
Fallout
cool.
Shelter is like 30 stories and like.
But as cool as my shelter is, I'm kind of bored staring at it. You know, I want to go out into the wasteland and see what's going on.
Yeah, same. I used to play and it was pretty fun, but I just got bored of looking at the same thing over and over again.
You're about to
That's
die
why
next.
I kind of stopped.
You might
but
need to bail.
Fallout 4 also announced its next 3
Alt G,
DLCs.
Alt G.
And it looks really, really cool, but at the same time, there's a lot of controversy surrounding one of their DLCs, which is the exact same controversy that surrounded the Workshop DLC. And that is basically the Contraptions DLC, which is like their Wasteland Workshop, is doing functional weapon shelves and elevators and conveyor belts. And if you look on Nexus Mod Manager or Nexus Mods, all of these things have already been created by the Fallout community. They've been created by modders, and Bethesda hasn't really brought anything new to the table. They're just making money off of other people's ideas. True, it's probably going to be about $4, which is how much the last workshop was, but you feel a little bit jibbed because you can get all of this for free, and it probably will be less buggy than their DLC is. So there's that kind of controversy behind it. There's also the Vault Tech Workshop DLC, which means you will be able to build your own vault underground. You will be the overseer. You will be able to do experiments on your vault's dwellers and have your vault attacked. So I feel like they're just bringing not Fallout Shelter to PC, but Fallout Shelter to Fallout 4. And that you won't be the Wasteland Wanderer in this DLC, but this is just my opinion, because why the hell would you experiment on your survivors? And I don't think Preston would be okay with that. So I think that that's just going to be a separate mini game within Fallout 4 just to have fun with. And then the last one is Nuka World, which is the Nuka-Cola theme park that is basically run by raiders. And there is hearsay as to whether or not you can actually join up with the Raider faction, much like you can with the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, the Minutemen, and the Institute in Fallout 4. So there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts about that, but that's due to come out in August of this year, and it will be the Far Harbor of the second series of the DLC. So there's a lot to look forward to with that.
All right, so that is our Fallout update for this year.
Now we never have to talk about it again.
I'm a Bethesda fangirl. I told you this at the beginning.
Bethesda, this is their second time at E3, and I think they're doing an okay job there. Yeah, it was kind of boring.
Oh,
it was actually. It was a little bit like, this is what's going to happen in Fallout 4. This is what's happening in Fallout Shelter, and we're remastering Skyrim. Why anybody needs to remaster that game, I don't know. Instead of making it look prettier, they should fix it.
All right. I haven't played much Skyrim.
I can't talk about it. Skyrim's broken.
Beginning of Skyrim, but that's it.
It's so buggy. Like, dragons can fly backwards and upside down in it.
We can discuss what Ghost Recon was. It Wildlands, I think.
Yeah, Wildlands.
What's that?
It's new Ghost Recon, and what I want to know is this an open world game?
Yes. Well, supposed to be.
And how many players can play?
I think it's just a party of 4.
All right, that's not bad. See, that's what gets me though. Is it
5.
really an open world game, or do they drop you in a medium-sized map?
No, it's an open world game. So if you think of, I don't know, like Far Cry, right? Is Far Cry an open world game?
Yeah, I would consider it. And you're dead.
It's a new hammer. What do you expect? And we're like severely outpopped. But it's an open world game. So you're gonna have these missions, and you just choose where you want to go, and then you can get I don't know if it's on cooldowns. I don't know if you have to buy them. No one knows exactly how the gameplay is going to work, but you can get like either dropped in and parachute in, or you can spawn at like the local town and then pull a vehicle. Hey, it's just like PS2, getting farmed by air everywhere you go. Good job, BS. So we don't know that aspect of the game, but it is an open world game. It's kind of do whatever missions you want to do, go kill whoever you want to kill.
Yeah, in the during the press conference, they had a short video, little bit of gameplay. I think was pre-recorded. You mentioned, and they had one of the dudes run off basically to a different area to pick up a helicopter and fly back to the LZ and to pick everyone up in like some road after they had killed the guy that ran off. I think that's interesting. It kind of reminds me of GTA 5, where they have an open world style game where you can grab whatever vehicles you want and do what you want. But I have to really wonder, is that really open world? And we'll see.
Yeah. He didn't just run off and grab a helicopter. That was the helicopter they used to get there. And so he parked it. They went, infiltrated the base, and then he went back to get it. So it's not like he called it in and it was sitting there or something. But like, how's that not?
Well, we'll see.
I mean, how's that not open world to you? You have a huge ass map. You can go wherever you want.
Can you go wherever you want? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Are they going to put you in like a small map that's it's a rectangle?
The entire play area is accessible to you at any given time.
Sounds good. 4 players, maybe a restriction, maybe a little bit of a restriction on that. Yeah, sounds good.
The only thing though, and this was the worst case at E3, but plenty of games do it, and obviously it's pre-recorded gameplay to make it look though like it's live gameplay, but that includes a scripted voiceover, and it was one of the worst things I've had to listen to in a long time, because like it is so painfully obvious what they did. Because like when they did the Division one from like 2 or 3 E3s ago, yes, it was a scripted playthrough, and it was scripted. It was scripted. I don't know if it was live and they just ran through it, but it was scripted. You know it was scripted.
Yeah, for sure.
But it wasn't the end of the world. You're just like, okay, whatever. This was like painfully scripted and didn't sound natural at all. And it's like, you guys are trying way too fucking hard.
Yeah. They're trying to make it sound like they're really playing Ghost Recon. They're those guys in the game and speaking all tactical. They're not speaking like gamers. Gamers wouldn't say certain things.
Only the gamers who are trolling would be the ones that...
They're role-playing.
But yeah, so that was unfortunate. Also, the good news was for that game anyways, they didn't show some super fancy version that wouldn't be available at launch, which...
You don't know that.
That's not what they showed on the stream, because the game looked not that good.
Well, then the release version might be worse than that.
That's true, but it better also be better.
Like, graphically, you got to set your bar pretty damn low with Ubisoft these days because of how they tricked us in like the last 5 years. Every time they showed a game at E3, whether it be The Division...
It wasn't every game.
Rainbow Six Siege. Like, if you watch the E3 presentation of Siege, it looked like photorealistic. There's light beams coming in through the windows, and everything is
I'll
like
say all the footage
glowing.
I saw of Division is pretty accurate. I never saw anything crazy with Division.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. Now,
No.
Obviously, the original Watch Dogs and...
Watch Dogs is a big example of that. I think we spoke about that.
Yeah, that's a major one. And yes, Rainbow Six was one.
Watch Dogs was just horrible. Like, the Watch Dogs E3 presentation from, what was it, 2013? 2012? Whatever. He was walking down the street, and there's people on his left and right, and there's lights, and everything looked so photorealistic, like you're really walking into this world. And then you actually play the game, and it's like what is this? The lights are just regular, like, gaming lighting. It's not photorealistic. It's, I don't know.